Alright, what is up? It's your boy, Young Left SSBM, here with another fucking banger video for you guys. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these, but excuse me, I've just been, sad. But I'm trying to fucking motivate myself into doing more videos and shit and streaming more. So if you guys want to fucking check out my streams, link will be in the description. But today, I'm going to be talking about the time I had a homie of mine. Actually, it wasn't my homie. It was my stepbrother. He smoked some dirt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say in like straight up grass. But this man did hit that shit. Let's get into it, huh? Shall we? So this story goes all the way back when I was in high school. Around the age of like 16 to 17. My stepbrother was about a year older than me and shit. So, we'd been vibing. I had a couple of homies over and shit, and it was pretty much I was going to smoke up with them because out of all my friends or whatever, I was one of the first people to start smoking and shit. And so I wanted to share this experiences with the homies, the day ones. I was like, yo, you guys gotta see this shit. It's fucking crazy. And so I had just picked up a nice bag of some fucking dank. And especially back in the day, it was really hard for me to, like, pick up weed and shit. Like, 16, 17, it's not, I mean, you can, like, find people at, like, your school or whatever. But, like, I never really trust them. Like, I was always scared that somebody would snitch on me or some shit, so I just would never really buy from dudes in school. But I had this older friend who would pick shit up for me. And so I had just picked up a bag from him, probably like an eighth or some shit. So that's how much I would pick up back in the day. Can't be picking up too much. But dude, that shit would last me forever though. Like, I could fucking make an eighth last forever back in the day. Not so much today. But anyway, we had just picked up the bag, and I'm heading back home. Messaging all the homies, like, yo, you gotta fucking come over tonight. Like, this is the night we're all gonna fucking get together and toke it up. You feel me? We're gonna hang out and just chill, just cheat it up. And it's gonna be fucking awesome. Well, it would have been fucking cool. Except for my older brother. Now, you would think that maybe he would have, like, had some experiences smoking before me, but nah. I was the degen of our family. I was the one who got everybody else into it and shit. I'm just kidding. Well, kind of. But, like, I was just so interested in it, like I said before, from, like, my cousin and shit. And just hearing all the stories that he would tell me and stuff. And so when I finally fucking started doing it and shit, I just wanted to share the experiences with all my homies. So, my homies on the way over, right? And I'm not even smoking yet. I specifically was going to wait for everybody else to come on over. And so we could just, vibe it up and get this shit going. And so everyone comes over and shit, and we're all just vibing. We're all just waiting. We're waiting I don't remember what we waited for. I guess we were just waiting for it to get dark, or maybe that's when everyone came over. It was like when it was already dark outside. Because by the time we're smoking this shit, it's pitch black outside. And I live out in the country, or at the time, I lived out in the country. Alright, back to the story. I had picked up some dank back in the day. I don't know if you guys had the same issues that I did, but storing weed at like 16, 17 was probably one of the hardest things to do. Like, unless you had a mason jar or anything, there wasn't too much shit you could put it in. I mean, unless you're a real gamer like I was back in the day. I used to keep my weed in two spots back in high school. In my GameCube and then in my stick of deodorant as well. Like I would put it. I don't know if you guys have ever used this trick, but this is a hot tip for you. If you unscrew the deodorant like thing all the way, you screw it all the way out and shit, take it out. It's the perfect place to fucking put some dank and shit, because that shit ain't coming through. Let me tell you, like the Axe is overpowering all. And so at this point, I think I was storing. I don't think I had the GameCube yet, so I definitely was storing it into the Axe containers and shit at the time. And so the time has finally arrived. All the boys are together. There's nobody else around. I don't think there's any adults or anything. And it's time to start smoking. And so as I start gathering everybody around, I don't really tell my older brother or anything that we're gonna go do this. It's just like there's a large group of people at my house, and we're all going outside at one time. And he's just like, "Hey, what the fuck are y'all up to?" And I'm like, "Damn it!" I'm like, "We're gonna go smoke a bowl or whatever." Oh, not really a bowl, but we're smoking out of a Coke can, which I don't recommend anyone does. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. I recommend an apple instead, but desperate times calls for desperate measures, you know what I'm saying? And so, he's like, alright, well, I'll come with you. I might join it. I'm like, okay, that's fine, fuck it, man. Like, I only got a little bit, but, I'm fine with sharing, as long as everybody's having a good time and shit. And so we start smoking out of this fucking Coke can pipe that I had made. And so it's getting around the circle. Everyone's, taking a nice hit, inhaling some good old plastic, you feel me? And it's getting around. And I think my older brother was actually the one standing next to me, or or maybe, I don't remember the rotation circle. I remember that. No, okay, I remember it a bit better. He was standing directly across from me, and there was a group about 8 people or so. So it's a fairly large group of kids just out here toking it up. Like, we're all around the same age and shit. And fucking so I'm watching this bowl go around, watching my friends take their first rips ever, and it's, going pretty fucking well. I'm having a great time, just hanging out with the homies and shit, doing this. And then it gets to my brother or whatever, and I don't think he could light the fucking bowl or whatever. I don't know. So he needed someone else to light it. So, as being the good younger brother I am, I think I offered to light it or some shit. And we go to light this, and I don't remember exactly how it happened, but he fucking spills it all over. He spills the fucking weed onto the ground. And mind you, we're not standing on concrete or anything. We're literally in the fucking grass. And this man's like, "Oh shit, oh fuck." And he starts picking it up and stuff, attempting to fucking look for it. He's like, "Yo, get flashlights and shit. Just put your flashlights and shit on the ground." And I'm like, "Dog, no." It's fine, man. I can just get a bit more. I still have a bit left. He's like, "Nah, man, trust me. It's okay." And essentially, he's just loading this fucking thing up with dirt and grass and shit. There is no weed at all left on this cocaine. And I'm pretty sure he's like, "It's fine. Just, light it and shit." And I'm like, "Hey, man, sure." So I light it up for him, give him, he hits that grass, and I'm like, "You like that? You like that dirt, man?" And then I'm pretty sure we pack up another bowl. It wasn't that big of a deal because we ended up just packing up another bowl anyway, and having everybody else that didn't get the hit it and shit. But that was the night that my brother smoked Literal dirt. Oh, there was also one other thing that happened that night. So after we got done smoking, we ended up going back inside. And you know how I knew that the munchies were going to hit everybody pretty fucking hard. And luckily, we had a good amount of fucking food at my house. So I ended up making these, like, chicken patties or whatever for all the homies and shit. Or maybe some chicken nuggets. Something like that. I ended up making fucking those for all the homies and stuff. But one of the guys, I don't know how he doesn't, like, you know, like, realize everybody else is eating around him and shit, or, like, you know, smell the fucking food in the air, because when I'm fucking baked, that's the one thing that I fucking notice, is, like, food anywhere. But one of the homies ends up not fucking noticing at all. Like, at all. And and so the next morning or whatever, we all fucking come out of the room and shit. We're all vibing. And the first thing he says to me, or maybe just says to the group in general, is, "Yo, we made food last night?" And that will forever stick as, like, the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life. Like, my man was so fucking gone that he didn't even realize that we made food, or that we were eating next to him and shit. So that was the story of the time me and my friends all got stoned and my brother smoked some grass. If you guys enjoyed this story time and would like to hear more like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. You know, that'd be very poggers of you. I'd very much appreciate it. And if you want to check out my streams, I stream pretty much daily over at Young Left SSBM. Very pog. You should come over there and hit with a follow. We're usually just vibing, and it's pretty chill. Thank you guys for coming out. Peace for now.